Yeah, we could do that. Or just if you sit there and I put it there, should be fine. Should be fine.
Where do you want me? Here?
Like, if we do this, and then we sit.
They have a very nice view of our legs.
Yeah, that's a very bad view.
Let's prop it up a little bit. Oh, that's better.
It's a bit low. What if I put it here?
We'll just watch if there's people
Put the
coming in
bottle
behind us.
behind like this. Hey, this is not too bad.
Hello.
Hello.
My fork's over there from that cheesecake.
Oh, you can
Sorry,
get your fork.
we're a little scattered. We basically live in a lounge today because we came back from Diani at, it's been a long day, 11:30.
Yeah, something like that.
So we went across to the main airport and we're supposed to fly out at 5:30 and of course we're already delayed to 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna live here.
Yeah. It's like KQ, like Kenya Airways, like lately has been not very kind to us.
Okay, let's restart that.
Okay.
The people on the flights,
Always great.
extremely kind.
Yes.
It's customer service and business wise.
Yeah. So basically, we've been flying Kenya Airways for our entire time in Kenya. I mean, we've been to many, many different countries with Kenya Airways, and normally it's a good experience on the plane. But the management, the customer service, and all these things are lacking, to say the least. Our last flight with Kenya Airways was coming back from from the Seychelles, which got completely canceled. We had to they gave us zero information. We're calling them and everything because when they cancel your flight, and we had to stay an extra day. Basically, we had to buy extra food and transport and hotel and everything. And on their website, it's black on white, they have to pay for these things, and they did not. Anyway, so we're still fighting with them to get that money back. And
They've
now,
just resorted to ghosting now.
yeah. And now, as we're waiting for our Kenya Airways flight to go to Kigali in Rwanda, well, it got pushed almost 2.5 hours.
But it got pushed 2.5 hours, and now we're going. Anyways, let's not bring people down.
The only issue that we have is that we had a car rented for tonight for our entire stay in Kigali, but now we can't pick it up because they close at 7, and now we're gonna be past 7. So I guess we'll cab to the hotel and go pick up our car tomorrow.
Yes.
Fun times.
Hello, everyone. As anyone who doesn't normally come in live, when I'm looking at my phone, that's where all the comments are.
Yeah.
Thanks for wishing us a safe flight.
Thank you very much. If we get on that flight.
Somebody just came from our JW video.
Love seeing that.
This.
JW was such a good hotel. We really wanted to find issues, but we couldn't. And not in a bad way, but just because basically it's such an expensive hotel. And it
doesn't live up to the hype, basically.
Yeah, and it's such a renowned brand as the JW Marriott that, we were going there being if there's anything wrong, we're gonna be oh my God, this is awful. But no, it was perfect.
It was fantastic.
How's that cheesecake?
It's very good. It's emotional support cheesecake.
Can I have a bite? That was a very small bite.
Get your home. Hi, David. Ex-Kenyan expat who lived in Lavington.
Oh, hey, good news. We just get an email saying that our booking...
for tomorrow.
Yeah. Because the card work is supposed to get today that we can't get. We did a little modification online and it just went through. Apparently, we still have a car tomorrow. Comes up.
Can you guys hear that?
Yeah, I hope the audio is fine because the planes are just across from
it's quite loud.
window and it's really loud.
Hopefully with the mics not so much.
Yeah.
We have so many people. So this is actually the Plaza Premium Lounge that has been open...
I don't know, 6-7 months,
That's
something like that. It's one of the newer lounge at the Nairobi airport. It's pretty nice. I mean, I highly suggest the meatballs and the cheesecake. Meatballs and cheesecake, 10 out of 10.
It's actually New York style cheesecake.
And thankfully the meatballs are good because we're probably gonna eat that for supper. Since
lunch and supper.
Since that we're here.
These poor guys, they're gonna be so tough. They just live in a lounge. By the time we leave this lounge, we would have been in it for 3 hours less than 12 hours. What's my timing here? I can't do math. 9
hours, Tracy. Wow. Tracy cannot math.
Tracy cannot math right now.
I think like there's a maximum, like you're not supposed to stay in the lounge more than like 3 hours, I think. Something like that.
3 to 4, depending. I think
3 to
Plaza's
4?
3.
Yeah. We're going to stay 9 and hopefully nobody's going to say anything.
Not our fault. Flight delay. Someone's watching our... From Mombasa. The Seychelles series isn't over yet, right? It actually is.
Yeah, we only did 2 videos there.
We were only there for 4 days.
Yeah, 4 or 5 days. Yeah.
4, maybe 5. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was quite a fast trip, to be honest.
It was, and we did like 2 islands. I mean, we showed you guys like those videos were kind of like longer a little bit.
Yeah.
They were like 2 30-minute videos instead of being like the normal like 15-20 minutes or so. So I feel like the videos are packed. But yeah, there was only 2 videos, to be honest. And it's just because we were like a bit short on time, because we would have loved to go on like the Ladzig, which is like the 3rd most popular island.
Yeah.
But yeah, maybe next time.
Yeah. Hello, Josh.
Oh, hello, Josh.
Ken,
Stop talking to Josh like that.
Ken says, I hope you didn't forget to report the lights in your JW room. It was so fun.
To be honest, we did forget. And
I know. We got in the car and we're like,
yeah, I don't know
crap.
why. But like, trust me, like, they already like the JW actually like, I know they saw the video already. So hopefully somebody picked up on that. Because apart from that, great stay. But like these lights, you know when you're like ready to go to bed, you're like with the cover over you and you're like, man, these lights. We just pressed the switch and then one turned on. And then I was like, what? Then you try other switch, other turns on, but this one doesn't turn off. And then at some point I'm just like walking around the room. Tracy's pressing like switches. And then a different one turned on. You're like, what?
Because the night lights are motion sensitive, but there's like 2 that I think are sensitive on that circuit.
Yeah. So we were able to turn off all the lights, apart from one that I had to take a black shirt and wrap it over.
Yeah.
So it was dark. But yeah, one technically stayed on their entire stay.
Yeah.
Great stay though.
Any plan for van life in the U.S.? Not as of right now.
I'd love it, but not as of right now.
To be honest, as most of you know, like our plans are changing
a lot
by the second at this point, as it comes closer, depending what opportunity comes up. But yeah.
Yeah, not as for now. We might have like some sort of like van life / overlanding trip in Norway in like what, December, November?
November.
But again, this could change because we were like, oh, like we're doing Pakistan, Algeria, Tunisia, Turkey, Croatia, Norway. Right now, Turkey is confirmed.
Yeah.
Algeria sounds to be canceled. And Pakistan, well, we're waiting for people there to do something.
Yeah.
So, anyway.
Yeah, it's still possible that we come back to India. That was our original plan.
Yeah.
And if everything falls through, then we will probably
very
be
likely,
in India. Yeah.
India was a good tab.
It was. Is the Kenyan bucket list all ticked?
Not quite. Obviously, like, I really wanted to do Turkana and Chalbi Desert. Like, those were like the 2 items that were on the top of my list, and I don't think that's gonna happen. But we're very likely climbing Mount Kenya in a few weeks, so that's really cool. That was, you know, I think it's like the best final video mic drop at the top of Kenya. Like, I think that's gonna be really cool, so I'm excited for that.
Yeah, and we literally have
2 weeks.
2 weeks. Sorry, I got distracted.
Tracy talks and then reads and then stops talking.
Yeah, I know. Collins asked if there's any physical Ridge products in store in Nairobi. They're not.
All
Ridge,
online.
I don't even think has a physical store at this point. I think
there's
they're
no
all
physical store.
only online.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately. How long will we be in Kigali? Are you gonna visit their gorillas? So we actually won't visit the gorillas because we did that in Uganda like a month ago.
Yeah, it's the same forest, like the Buwindi forest.
Yeah, just on
so
the
we
other
just
side.
did that like a month ago. If you didn't see the video, I highly suggest it. It was like one of the highlights of my life. So yeah, we're not going to do the gorilla, but tomorrow we're actually going trekking, but for the golden monkeys, which are little chicky monkeys living in packs of like 50 or 80s. So we're going to go into the forest to try to go find them tomorrow. Get to wake up at 4:30 in the morning. So that's another reason why we're super pumped about getting in late. But yeah.
I'm really trying to put my positive pants on. Some days
You don't
it
even
just
wear
happens.
pants. Those are shorts.
That's why my positivity is missing. Yeah, for being in Rwanda, we'll probably be in Rwanda, I think it's like 5 days.
Yeah.
Something like that. And then we come home, and then we have like literally 2 days at the house, then more travel, and then fly to Canada.
Yeah. Technically,
It's
like in
crazy.
terms of like my work, I only have 3 days left of work.
Man.
Actual in the office. And then I'm like jobless. I have some stuff to do in Canada,
Yeah.
but still. It's quite something.
Yeah. We're looking forward to our adventures too, to
Oh,
be
yeah.
honest. Even though we don't know what they are yet.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not too scared about it. I mean, like, our world is our oyster. Is that what they say?
Yes,
I don't know what
that is
people
what they
say
say.
that. I don't understand.
Where are we going next? Again, at this point, not sure. We'll see.
Well, right now, Rwanda.
Well, right now, yeah. Are we settled in Nairobi? Unsettling. Been settled in Nairobi for 4 years, so now it's time to hit the road.
Pack up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When will we go back to Kenya? I am pretty suspicious that we'll end up back here for a trip like late 2025.
Oh, really? We didn't talk about this.
We'll see what
Who knows?
happens, but we'll see.
Go to Turkana and Chalbi Desert.
Yeah, that'll be our way to come back. Hello, everyone coming in.
Hello.
Hello. But yeah,
Yeah.
we'll see.
What a 4 year this was. That's crazy.
It actually has. We've done a lot in 4 years, I have to say, which I'm very happy about.
We've traveled almost every single weekend for 4 years straight. We took 4 or 5 weekends off in 4 years.
Well, the last couple months add in some extra because
A
we've been
little
under
bit,
the weather.
but overall,
But yes.
pretty much
Yeah.
about 1 weekend off a year. So I like
One
we're-
relaxing, non-forced
yeah,
weekend.
We're burnt out. We just never talk about it because nobody wants to. What do we say? Nobody wants to see people online who travel for a living complain.
And you know what?
And you know
I
what?
get it.
That's a valid point.
Yep.
But for my defense, I don't do this full time. I still have a full time job, so it's in my right to complain once in a while.
And we may have planned a lot of things in the last month that we probably shouldn't have
Oh
and should
yeah.
have spaced out.
We're
but
squeezing
you know what?
like we
It
just
is-
decided to like squeeze this trip to Rwanda
Yeah.
too, because like the flights from Nairobi to Kigali are fairly affordable, and
Compared
like
to
no
from
matter
other
where
places
we
in the
are
world.
else in the world, they'll never be this cheap.
Yeah.
So we were like, you know what? Like we've been here 4 years. We've been to Uganda. And Uganda, Tanzania, and whatever. But there's no way
Yeah.
like we're gonna leave East Africa without checking out Rwanda a little bit. So we're
Yeah.
gonna do a lot in the next 5 days. Like a lot. In good old Manny fashion.
Yeah. Someone saw us at the lounge. At the
Saw us
distance,
at the-
yeah. But couldn't
Like,
say hi.
are they here?
Feel
Oh.
free to come up and say hi.
I
No
thought
worries.
somebody was like in the lounge. I was like, what?
Sometimes we look very deep into thought, but you can still come and say
Oh yeah,
hi.
yeah.
It's fine.
we're very nice people in real life as well.
We do still have the Land Rover, and it is being shipped
Oh yeah,
back to Canada.
I got the paperwork. I got the like police clearance and stuff. Now I just
Yeah.
have to give back my license plate and get the export permit. But like it said, they came to check
Yeah.
it out and everything. It's going in a container
It
on
is
its way to
going.
Canada. Right now, it's like at the mechanic to like fix a few things before it leaves the country, because like it's gonna be
Yeah.
it's much easier for us to like fix it here because there's more parts than back in Canada.
Yeah.
Like there's like one of the main reasons why I want to bring it back is like, yes, because of like all the history that we have with the truck, because of the last 4 years of adventure with the beast, but also because like you can't find those in Canada really.
No, you can't.
So especially not the authentic British one with the right hand side driving as well.
Oh, that's true too. Yeah.
So yeah, it's not going to be my main driver in Canada. Like I don't think this can drive like during the winter, not because of the snow and capability, but because of rust.
Yeah.
So anyway, I think it's just it's gonna be a talking piece. I'll put it in our
My
living room
nephews
eventually.
are already asking,
Is that fine? Can we put it in
What?
the living room?
No.
As a talking piece.
And
You know?
where
In the
we're
middle,
gonna have to
in the
talk
middle
up
of
and
the, you
over
put it in the middle of the living room. You put couches around it. It's beautiful. Take that coffee table.
Yeah, really. When were we coming to Nigeria?
I don't know.
Who knows?
I'm down.
Yeah.
Little trip to Lagos and
Coming back to Switzerland. So I would
love
love to try and do another trip. I did hear that up in Zermatt and stuff, there was a lot of flooding.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that little river.
But at Christmas time, who knows? Maybe we'll pop over for a Christmas market.
I think Tracy and I, especially Tracy, we love Christmas, and in the entire world, as much as like we're not big fans of, well, especially me, I'm not a big fan of Europe. It's beautiful, great people and everything, the food, but it's just boring for me. Like I like adventure travel, and there's not a lot of adventure travel for me in Europe. With that being said, the only time of the year when I really want to go to Europe is in December because of all the Christmas market. Like, oh, the Christmas feel in Europe, it's so good.
Else. Yeah.
Yeah, the
Christmas
food
is the
and the
best.
decoration and the music and happy people.
I
It's
don't
just-
think anyone else can do Christmas markets like Europeans.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love.
So yeah. Anyway, all that to say, if we go to Europe, it's probably going to be in December.
Yeah. Have you traveled to the Middle East? Yes, we have.
A little bit, yeah.
We
did
have
what?
done-
Oman, Bahrain, Qatar, the UAE.
I think
I've
that's
done
it.
Kuwait.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a
That's
possibility
pretty
too for
much
this
it.
year. Honestly, it's
Yeah.
2024 is the UAE.
Yeah.
Where will the next place we settle in Africa? Honestly, there is no
Nowhere.
next place.
We're not settling anywhere.
No, we're
Like, that's
just
the
going
goal.
into the full-time
Yeah,
travel. hopefully, if
We're
everything works out.
settling into 2 suitcases and 2 backpacks, and traveling until we don't know. We're gonna see if people are still watching our videos. If not, well, we're gonna give up, go back to our lives in Canada, and be miserable. So please
Yeah.
subscribe.
No kiddos anytime soon.
Well, not anytime soon. It depends what soon
Well,
sounds
soon for me is like the next year.
Okay, but like 18 to 24 months.
Possible.
Something like that. Not that it's any of your business, guys, anyway.
It's crazy how you sold your BMW in Canada and you can't sell the Land Rover.
Well,
BMW was
here's...
leased,
Yeah.
wasn't it?
No. It was mine.
Oh, no,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
don't worry about that.
No, here's the thing. The BMW in Canada, I wasn't done paying for it. It was mine, but I still had payment on
Yeah.
it. And the other thing is like I would have never
Yeah,
ever
no.
drove that car here because of my tattoos, basically.
Yeah.
But where the beast, I can drive this anywhere in the world because I don't care. Well, I love it, but I don't really care about it. If somebody scratches it, dents it, or whatever, like it's really not the end of the world. Where the Beamer, like I would have freaked the F out.
Yeah.
So yeah. But I do miss a BMW, and one day, if YouTube goes really well, I'd like to buy another one. It's like, there's nothing for me. Like, I don't have like, some people are like, oh, I want to buy a Ferrari or a Lamborghini or whatever. Me, I just want like a nice BMW M4. That's it.
That's
I
a
say
dream
that's,
car.
it's like $125,000,
Yeah, I'm
but
like,
I'm just saying it's not
very
like a
expensive car.
$500,000 car either.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gonna eat that strawberry?
Oh, interesting. For some reason, our merch website wasn't accepting a Kenyan card.
What?
Yeah. Or M-Pesa, yeah.
M-Pesa,
There's no
yeah.
M-Pesa on it.
Only Kenyan website can accept M-Pesa. Like the rest of the world is not set for M-Pesa.
No.
And we're using a company that's like
Like a third-party
in
company.
Europe and in the United States. So like M-Pesa is sadly not an option. But like, I mean, the website should accept credit card from all around the world and PayPal and all these things. So
Yeah.
hopefully it works.
Unfortunately, I don't remember the price of the Desert Safari experience that we did in Dubai. It should be in the video though, because we worked with a company there.
Oh yeah,
So
we
that
did
is
work with
all.
the company,
If
but it
look
was
in the description of the
I'm
video.
pretty sure it was under $200 a person. I think.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
So while we were here in Kenya, we're only renting a house. So that just goes, the lease is done, everything's just goes back.
We're
basically.
getting kicked out now.
Kind of, no.
Yeah, a lot of people, like, not that I'm surprised, because, like, I understand that, like, people just don't spend their entire life watching our lives. But, like, I mean, a lot of people, like, when I put it online, are like, what? Since when are you leaving Kenya? And I'm like, from day one. Like, if you look, like, at our first video when we moved here, we're like, we're here until 4 years. Yeah. Every single live it comes up. We talked about it on all social media in our videos. Like, it's everywhere. Like, we've talked about this so many times. Like,
but our audience has also grown. So unless they've gone back, that's actually
and I'm not blaming anyone because, like, again, like, I don't expect nobody to just study our lives. Like, that's fine. We are just pure entertainment, which is totally fine. But yeah, like, basically a lot of people didn't know. But yeah, long story short, like, we came here in 2020 because I got a job in Nairobi, like, not YouTube, like another job, boring in an office kind of thing. And our goal was always to stay until, like, the 4-year mark, because it was as long as I could extend my contract here in Nairobi. Yeah. And yeah, we are at the 4-year mark. So August 1st, we will be leaving Kenya.
Oh, this is really interesting. I didn't know this. M-Pesa actually has Visa card details.
Ooh.
Like, they've used it to buy things from, like, Amazon US
That's
and
great.
Alibaba. I didn't know that. No.
Huh.
Not at all. So as long as you have, like, a Visa number, it should technically go through. So I'm not sure. Maybe we'll have to check up on that.
Yeah.
We'll look.
Try again. If it doesn't work, send me an email.
Yeah.
Not with your credit card number, but... Yeah. What was I saying?
Imagine your boss watching this live, hearing you say your job is boring. Pretty sure you've told your boss.
I've said this in their faces very, very many times. So no hard feelings. I have a great team here. I work with, like, great people, and it has nothing to do with them. It's just the nature of the work. I am not meant to be in front of a computer answering emails all day. That's all. No. Like, it's as simple as that. Yeah, it's not the people.
You're meant to be doing things.
I'm meant to tell
Change
stories around the world and bring it to my YouTube community. That's just the dream.
What do you actually do for work? We will talk about that in a few months.
I have, like,
you'll eventually know.
It's nothing
crazy.
Top secret.
So here's the thing.
It's just
social media.
Yeah.
Can be very touchy with any kind of employer, like even in the medical field, any type of employer. So because of that, we right from the get-go drew a very hard line between the two. They're two very separate lives. So because of that, we have just made the pact, and we've talked with the employer, and it has been agreed that we do not talk about the job until after.
Yeah, when I first arrived in Kenya, we were already doing a little bit of social media, but then as we became bigger, my employer became aware of this, and now they are extremely aware. And there's no issues. Like, I would say they're almost supportive of it. Like, it's totally fine. But I just, we kind of have a deal that, like, I can't just
mesh the two.
So I'll tell you
So in,
after,
like, a month and a half, once all of the Kenya videos go out.
Yeah, in our new podcast. Tracy wants to start a podcast. And I'm like, we don't have time for that.
I think once we go, like, maybe it's a 2025 goal, once we figure out how to travel full time, I think it could be something that we do, like, once a week.
We'll see.
Or we have to take away a Wednesday video.
Yeah, we'll see.
Make the podcast a second channel.
I don't know. I feel like everyone and their mother have podcasts now.
The last 6 months, it really has blown up.
Everyone has a podcast. And I'm like, what are we talking about? The first episode is going to be like, this is what David was doing for a living in Nairobi. And then this video is going to get a lot of views because everyone wants to know that for some obscure reason. But
yeah. When you put your life on YouTube, it becomes our business. 100%.
100%.
And that's...
I'm totally fine with that.
Yep.
It's just like, this is
that's why we...
There's really there's not a lot of our lives that's not public. I mean, like, everything is out there. We've talked about everything. Like, our families and friends and like, you know, like the areas where we live. And
The only thing that usually doesn't go on is that, and whenever we are sick or negative, which doesn't happen very often.
But if you become a member of this channel, you'll see Tracy cranky because we don't cut those for the guys.
Tracy can get cranky sometimes.
Yeah. We're filming a members video as well right now, and like there's going to be a lot of crankiness in that one because of Kenya Airways delaying our flights and arriving in Kigali late, and just the thought that we have to wake up at 4 a.m. tomorrow.
I'm thinking we'll get 4 hours sleep.
Well, we're not going to be at the hotel at midnight. We're landing at 8:30.
But I need to shower. I need to wash my hair.
My goal is to be in bed at 9.
We land.
At 8:30. But we gain an hour.
Yes, we land at 8:30.
We land at 8:30. So by the time we get out of the airport and everything, let's say it takes half an hour.
So 9.
So 9, and then we're 15 minutes away. 9:15.
Yeah. So
in
10.
the room.
Let's say 10.
9:30. We're in bed.
Again,
sleeping at 9:35. I will. Tracy will be in the shower.
Yeah, pretty much. What has been your Kenyan experience, and will you ever go back? 100%. We'll be back here at some point.
Yeah.
I know for a fact we will. Maybe not for like a long-term stint. I think we'll be back for like a month of travel or something. And when we have kids, I want to show our kids
100%.
Kenya.
Like when we have kids, we'll be back to show them around, because it's like, you know, Kenya became like a big part of our lives.
100%.
Especially like Tracy, like when you think about it, at our age, she spent almost 20% of her life in Kenya. When you think about that, crazy.
I'm trying to think. I moved in with you in 2015?
Yeah.
No, 2016, early 2016. And we moved here in 2020.
Yeah.
So I spent 4 years living, So it's been home.
Yeah.
My sister's for a couple years.
Yeah.
Your place for 4 years, and here for 4 years.
Yeah.
Oh, that's weird.
That's crazy, eh?
That is crazy.
So anyway,
I didn't think
we'll be
about
back
that.
one day when we have kids for sure. But it's just like, as much like people are asking a lot, like, are you gonna come back soon and everything? Like right now, I just don't have the interest to come back to Kenya, and it's not in a negative way. It's that we traveled this country so much in the last 4 years that there's just not a lot that I didn't see. Don't get me wrong. Like if I have a crazy opportunity to go to Chalby Desert for some overlanding or whatever, 100% like we'll come back for that. But right now, like there's just so many countries, so many places in the world that I want to see.
And I think part of it too is because you had the job, you're always tied down per se here in Kenya. So it's a lot different experience, and when you're just coming here for a week of vacation or like a month of travel or something like that.
For sure.
So that's kind of how. They're saying they're tuned into the podcast, and then Ken says a podcast is a good idea, but it has to be the both of us. Not that Tracy is boring. I promise she's not. It's because she has enthusiastic ideas, but gets bored fast. You're not wrong.
That is very true. Do you guys remember when Tracy had a channel?
Hey, we have talked about bringing that back.
I've talked about it.
But the problem is, the stuff that I would put on that would be basically what we're doing for the members right now.
I guess, yeah.
And I just don't want to drown.
But you could do some content. Like more raw, like girly stuff. Here's the thing. I think that like, what are you doing? Oh, you need to blow your nose? No, of course not.
Okay, continue talking.
Blow your nose.
We'll talk. No.
I have nothing to say. No.
What were you gonna say?
Nothing.
Something about the channel. You said.
Oh yeah, okay. So what I was gonna say is that basically, like when I look at our stats on YouTube Studio, something like 65 or 70% of people watching our channel are guys, which always surprises me because I feel like the vloggy style and the travel subject, I feel like this is a more interesting subject for girls normally, but somehow mostly guys. So I was like, if Tracy goes back to her channel and do a little bit more girly stuff,
So-
which can be a little bit of everything.
Here's the thing.
I feel like this would attract a different audience that would come
Yes.
to our main channel and watch us
Yeah.
sit and do nothing in an airport.
Here's the thing.
You
This
didn't
is
get my
not.
joke. Okay.
No, I did get it. Sorry, my mind can only do one train of thought lately.
Okay.
Girl, and I don't want to group all girls into it because every girl is not like that. But I feel like the adventure tribal travel that happens is not necessarily every girl's dream.
No, and I get that.
So-
But about 65 to 70% of what we do right now is almost luxury travel, which sounds way
Yeah, that
more
is
like a
true.
girly thing
Yeah.
than
Yeah.
anything else.
Because I'm like, I feel like if you look on social media, all the females right now, and nothing against them, but it's all like European travel and those
Yeah,
type
yeah.
of trips, which is fantastic. But I just think it's
But it's not our niche.
yeah.
But at the same time,
Yeah, if we can find a way to put
I'm
a
just
spin onto
even
that,
even
onto
if I look
mine.
at like our Seychelles videos, it's still mostly guys, way more than half. So I'm like, and I'm thinking of me and all the guys that I know. No guy in the world is dreaming of traveling to the Seychelles. Zero.
Maybe it's the guys who account, but the wife is using it,
That's fair.
which is very possible
your-
too. I
Is
used
it-
yours
is it-
for a long time.
Yeah, is your wife using your account? Is
I
that
never
it?
had my
Is
own.
that why the data is like all kind of weird?
Is that why it's skewed? Will you do a tour of Nakuru? We actually have been to Nakuru.
We've been to Nakuru many,
Yeah.
many times. We
Did you
have
have a
many
playlist
videos.
on that?
I
Or
don't have
just
a,
under Safari?
I think that when I started the Kenya playlist at first, I didn't realize how many videos we were gonna make in this country. So like they're kind of very vague. It's like restaurant, safari,
Oh, yeah,
coast.
okay, that's fair.
That's it. Which they should really be separated into like Masai Mara, like Nakuru County, and like whatever, like Amboseli, Watamu. But
Yeah.
they're kind of like all a big mishmash. But I'm sure if you put like Dave Manny Nakuru,
Might
I'm
be able to
sure
find
you'll
it, yeah.
find it. Find them.
Have you ever considered joining Mara Nomads? Yeah, their stuff looks great. Again, honestly,
It's just a problem
it's
with
the time. If we didn't have, like I said, like a job tied down, we'd have a lot more
I
freedom
know that
to do
like
that.
online it looks like we're always like traveling everywhere, but the reality is that we leave Friday afternoon once I'm done work and we're back on Sunday, and then a few times a week I use my annual leave to do bigger trip normally outside of Kenya. But I know online it looks like we're just always on trips, but really Monday to Friday I'm in an office that doesn't have windows, by the way.
This is very true.
So yeah,
yeah.
it's gonna be like, I don't know what I'm gonna do with my life once I'm leaving my job next month and I have all this free time. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Maybe we'll be able to spend time together.
I think at first you're really going to struggle to sit.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Not saying you have to sit all the time. Just
But I
Change your
I
pace.
think that like once our time in Canada is done and that we're set, I hope this is not too loud. Like
nobody said anything
there's
yet.
like a
so.
Uganda airplane there, and it's like crazy loud. These mics are pretty good normally
There.
though. But yeah, once our time is done in Canada, that like our business is set, that we have like some sort of a short-term-ish plan, it's gonna be the adventure of a lifetime. It's gonna be so exciting. Like
I
I'm
think so.
freaking out.
It is.
Like this is crazy.
I know.
We're just going to travel.
I know.
That's crazy.
I'm pretty excited.
You guys have no idea. Like, I'm blown away. Like, I am blown away because we had that conversation kind of yesterday. There's like two types of influencer. I hate this term, by the way. There's like people that just started to put. I was gonna say a bad word.
Don't say bad words.
Put stuff online. The bad word also starts with an S, but it's not stuff. Put some stuff online and just became like TikTok star the
Yeah.
next day, and they decided to like drop off school and just like be influencer and do random
I would
stuff
say
online.
the niche is more lifestyle,
Yeah.
and that's not taking away from anyone
But
in the
like
lifestyle
realistically,
category at
like
all.
both Tracy and I, like we went to school, we graduated, we had a real career for many years, and then started to do this influencer. I call it content creation. I feel like it sounds better on the side. And like personally, like I went through 4 years of creating content as a side hustle while still keeping my full-time job 40 hours a week, Monday to Friday. And then now we're like giving it a shot. Like we have some money aside. We're like, we hope that like you guys and new people, tell your friends, will still be watching when we do like a bunch of international stuff. And we just hope that we can make it. But like, I just feel like we have real life experiences behind what we do instead of just like, today I'm in school, tomorrow I have 1 million followers on TikTok. And yeah, nothing against those people. I'm just saying like, it's really like two different paths.
Yeah.
And if I had a kid that wanted to do that, I wouldn't be like, be an influencer. I would be like, listen.
Have a backup plan.
No. Influencer is your backup plan. Go to school, do your thing, get a job, get some life experience, do the influencer stuff on the side. And if by miracle it works, have at her.
Yeah. No, it's fair.
Anyway, that's just my thoughts on influencers.
I'm gonna get caught up here.
Okay. So I talked too much.
No, not at all. Where did you guys get the world map? And that is in the background.
It's called Enjoy the Wood.
Yes.
It's
that
the
is
name
what
of
it's
it.
called.
We don't work with them or anything. They sent it to us like a very long time ago.
To be honest, I'm gonna buy a new one in our new place.
Oh yeah,
I'm
like
not
to
sure
be honest,
how we're
like
gonna remove
they're
it.
not cheap, but they're like very, very high quality, well made and everything. They have a bunch of different colors.
Oh, yeah.
You can get just Europe if you want, just Africa, United States. You get all the flags. Like you can get some that are backlit now too.
Oh really?
Yeah. So anyway, not cheap, but like very, very nice, especially if you like travel. Like it's so satisfying when you come back from a country from a trip in a new country to put your little pin with the flag. It's just love it.
No, we have not been to Lamu. That's another place that we haven't had time to go to. The other one, I get told off by my girlfriend when I watch her videos without her. Fair.
But I think you should carry on doing that because that's 2 views for us instead of 2 people watching on one account.
As a guy, so back to the gender thing. As a guy, I subscribe to this channel for you travel ideas. Sometimes
Fair
literally
enough.
watch it right before I go to sleep. Wife loves it as well. I feel
Fair
like
enough.
that's even for us. That's how we get hooked on the new channels. Like
100%.
something comes along, it's cool, then we like the
Yeah,
people,
yeah.
then we continue and
Yeah.
just stay. We love the vlogs, and David's editing skills have really improved.
Thank you very much.
Love the drone shots.
I spend a lot. What drone shot?
None. That's gonna be complicated when we're moving around. We
The
haven't
what?
figured that
The
out
drone?
yet.
Yeah, so like depending on so I have licenses for the drone in many different countries, like in Canada, in the US, in Kenya, in Namibia, in Tanzania, and all of Europe. And a lot of countries in Eastern Asia, they don't really care. It's fine. But especially in the Middle East and in Africa, it's very, very hard to enter the country with a drone. They normally scan your luggages before leaving in those places, so like they'll find it. And I don't want to do it illegally either.
I wouldn't say it's necessarily hard. I think it's hard to get a license in most of them. Let's put it that way. Because some places, you can't have a drone, but you've been able to get licenses for them. So it's not that bad.
Yeah, and like I don't want to get in trouble or anything like that. I really want to travel with the drone, but I don't know. Because like right now, like if you look at the path that we have after Canada, we're talking like, for example, like Pakistan, Algeria, Tunisia, and then go up in Turkey and Croatia and everything. The problem is like I don't think that I can bring it into Algeria, for example. But that means in the same trip, we're going to be in like Turkey, Croatia, Norway, where I can have it. So that means I can carry it with me. So I can't have it for any of those trips. So I need to find a way around to like maybe ship it or I don't know. I need to find a way.
Started watching during COVID times, and these are memories I will cherish forever. And you know what? This is one of the other reasons why you won't see us talk about that time on YouTube, because we want it during that time just to be an escape.
Yeah,
for
yeah,
people.
100%.
And I know sometimes we get a little flack about that, but That was our escape watching YouTube when we were in rough
Yeah.
times with our jobs.
We
back home.
never talk about negative stuff. Like we get a lot of comments about the situation in Kenya right
Yeah.
now, which it's awful, and we're for the people and everything. But we don't want to like talk about. Oh, sorry, my flight.
You say?
Oh, they just delayed their flight
Again?
to 2055 now.
No.
Oh no, and arrive in Kigali at 2055.
Okay, that
Sorry.
makes sense.
Okay. Whew,
What
sorry.
time are we leaving though?
I don't know. I cleared
Okay,
it.
I'll find it. Okay. Okay.
What I was saying is that basically we just don't want to talk about political stuff and
Yeah.
on our channel, because we just want, especially like if you're affected by any way by these conflict or anything, these situation. When you have a minute and you turn on like one of our
Yeah.
videos or whatever, like we just want it to be an escape and not us just talk about how terrible everything is.
Because
all the time.
you're already surrounded by it.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's anything
Yeah.
else to make that. It's the people, unfortunately, who understand it.
Yeah,
It. I don't wish you to understand it, but
Yeah.
sometimes you need an escape.
Yeah.
Okay, so Dave is going nowhere. He's fully Kenyan now.
I'm going everywhere, but I'll still be Kenyan in here. I love when like I go to another country, like, where are you from? I'm like, Kenya. They're like, what? I'm like, what? I don't look Kenyan?
I always get
What do you
so
mean?
confused on what to
It's
say
so
because
funny.
I'm like, we've lived here long enough. Like you said, like for me, I am from Kenya right now.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
I'll probably
It's
still wear my little wristband, and I'll probably still say it around the world just for funsies.
yeah. Web3 Tycoon said he will not stop watching us when we take off.
Perfect.
Thank you.
I've got like, I did a story on Instagram, the day before, on Friday, whatever, saying like, oh, our last trip to the coast, and a lot of people were like, oh, can't wait to see your adventure around the world. And I was like, oh, that's very nice, because we know that a lot of people just watches us because of our videos in Kenya, and we really hope that like when we start traveling around, that the videos are going to be the same. Like, yeah, it's going to be just different adventures in different places, but it's still going to be us, the same personalities, the same boring
yeah.
joke, the same good editing. You said that, not me. But yeah, so
Yeah.
stay posted for more.
The second is our Dubai video taking off. This
What?
is the second. Someone else has asked what company we use for a desert safari.
I don't know. But
Again,
the
you have to look at the
information-
video. It's
yeah.
in the description.
In the description of the video, there's the name of the
About
company.
3 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said earlier, I think it was under $200 a person, and it was
Yeah.
like the full day with transport,
To me, it was
bashing,
worth
and
it.
everything. It was really, really good.
Yeah.
Even meal and camels and all that stuff.
Yes, it is DJI.
Yes. Air 3. Are they talking about the microphone?
No.
The microphones are also DJI.
Yeah, that is true. But not talking about the microphone.
And this is a great segment to our sponsor, DJ. No, they're not. I wish.
Gotcha.
DJI,
Yeah,
if you
sponsor
listen,
them,
I'm open.
Sorry.
Wow. That's a big yawn.
This is what sitting in an airport for this long.
We've been here
Guys,
for
I'm so sorry.
long.
I am really, really trying to be positive.
We landed in Nairobi at 11. It's almost 4.
It's gonna be another 4 hours.
And we get another. Ugh, it's awful.
I just keep thinking of that bed.
Oh yeah.
I'm so exhausted today.
Better be a good
But that's
bed.
okay.
Who knows?
Dave, you want to higher female viewership? What do you have against your male viewers, Dave?
Oh,
Joking.
I've
He
got
said joking.
I've got nothing. It's just in my head. I'm looking at what I watch on YouTube and what Tracy watches on YouTube, and I feel like the travel niche / well, we're not really into lifestyle, but I just feel like lifestyle vlogs and travel vlogs are kind of similar.
I don't watch any lifestyle people, I don't think.
No? Anyway, I just feel
Except
like
for Catherine Manning. All the people I watch, I've watched followed from you.
yeah. I know. I would love to see like channels like Kara and Nate. What is their split? I feel like more girls are watching.
See, that one, for some reason, I can see
Why?
it.
It's the same thing.
Same with King in it.
But it's the same thing. We're doing the same kind of content. We've slept in the same pod at the Thailand airport.
Do we miss Ivan from Uganda? Yes, we do.
Yes.
Ivan
Man,
was a good time.
he was such a great guy. One of the best tour guide we've ever had in any country. Like, man, what a man. I love Ivan. If you ever book a trip to Uganda, ask for Ivan.
So fantastic.
Such a great dude.
Dave,
Yes.
you would make a very good actor. You're very charismatic.
Thank you very much. If YouTube fails, Hollywood, here I come.
Yes, we have thought of doing a trip down under.
Oh, yeah. I can't
to be
wait.
honest, I tried to
Tracy
get him.
tried to convince me not too long ago.
I'm still not off the idea, I'm not going to lie.
So, you remember when we did Portugal with the indie campers?
Yeah.
So they have those also. The same company has a bunch of vans in Australia, and you can get like crazy discounts, like
They're
close
trying to move
free
them all around right now.
when they need repositioning trips. So just people to take a few days from Melbourne to Sydney or whatever, right?
Yeah.
So they give you an itinerary, and you basically just pay for your food because they even give you a gas card. So the trip itself is like almost free. But like here, like my two reason why I don't really want to do it right now is that the Portugal series did awful. So like I feel like people are just not into us in vans. And cost of living in Australia right now is insanely expensive. So like every activity and the food that we want to do and everything is going to be very expensive. Plus, when I go to Australia, because it's so far and the flights are so expensive from almost anywhere in the world, I want to stay there for like at least 1 or 2 months. There's so much I want to do there, So I just feel like doing a quick 10-day trip there to do a little van tour, it's not going to do well on YouTube, and it's going to be very expensive.
So just to start our travels with that, we just don't want to, I guess, start with that. Have I made friends in Kenya? Yes. And I said my goodbye on Friday. I'm not okay.
Tracy was crying
Not
a little
okay.
bit. You're a big girl.
I am. It's just, the beauty.
You girl can WhatsApp each other.
Yeah. No, it's the beauty and it's the beauty and the beast of
Yeah,
travel.
of traveling.
No, like you meet so many new people, but it also means that you have a lot more goodbyes. But then the beauty of it is you also get to meet people around the world. So it is what it is. But it's sad sometimes.
Yeah. But like, I think like the more we're gonna go and the more we're gonna be like in this kind of environment of traveling full time and everything, we're gonna meet more people that have a similar lifestyle. Wish people that you're not going to see often, but you're going to see all around the world, right? So I think,
Yeah.
just part of it.
We should review Katanga Resort.
Which one is that?
It's the new one that just opened.
Where?
In Machakos. It's, if I showed you it, you'd know what I meant.
Okay.
Unfortunately, we have 2 weeks left, and when that came out, it was like on the cusp of when it was ready, and I already had like my 6-month plan.
Here's a reality right now.
So
we have 2 weeks left in the country. We're spending almost a full week in Rwanda. We come back. I have to go back to. We do one more weekend in the Masai Mara, most likely next weekend. Then I have 2 days of work, and then we climb Kili.
Climb Kili?
No, we've done that.
Climb Mount Kenya.
Climb Mount Kenya,
and then
we go home for like 3-4 weeks, and then the world. I wish I could have zoomed in a lot on my face when I said that.
Yeah.
It's funny, like there's quite a lot of people in this lounge, but we have this entire section to ourselves, and I don't know if just people come see ourselves, like talk to ourselves, and
maybe.
just decide to leave.
We'll turn around if people come in behind us. If you were to choose any restaurant here in Nairobi, which is your best? Oh man, there's so many good restaurants.
Okay, I just want to give a special shout out for Five Senses.
Mm-hmm.
Five Senses, there's a lot of very good restaurant in Nairobi that opened in the last couple of years with like international chef and companies from all around the world and everything. But Five Senses is our 100% authentic Kenyan chef and his mother.
My leg is very big in
who
that.
basically opened a real fine dining restaurant.
Yes.
But everyone in there is actually from Kenya. They're proud. They're doing a great job. He's such an amazing chef. And he just renovated his restaurant.
Good.
So I highly suggest to check it out, just to encourage a local Kenyan with a dream. I believe in the guy. such a great cook. So 5 Cents. Five Senses restaurant, highly suggest that one. And otherwise, I mean, like we have all our classics. Like Heroes is one of our classics.
So I was just
we love
thinking
that
too.
place.
Hero is a tried and true for us, which
Yeah.
is consistent every time you go back,
Yeah.
which is something we don't always get. The place that really not shocked me, but like we just walked by it way too many times, was actually the local grill.
Oh yeah, the local grill inside the village market.
Yeah.
If you like a good steak, it's as good as
And
it
then
gets.
special shout out for mine,
For
the
who?
Asian one in
Oh, yeah.
Westgate, which was
Yeah, super good. What?
what's the name of it?
Oh, I don't remember. It's literally, if you look like
It's in the pop-up market. It's
yeah,
dead
and
center
it's,
pop-up market.
the video
Oh my
we made,
goodness.
it's literally called like my wife's new favorite restaurant. It's
Yep.
Tracy's favorite. She loves it. Akira.
Or is it
Akira?
beside Akira?
No, I'm pretty sure it's Akira.
Maybe.
Anyway,
that
Asian
was
restaurant,
really
which is really good. And yeah, those are pretty much our favorite. And if you want a good buffet on Sunday, go to Sankara.
Oh man, so good. Talisman in Karen.
Oh yeah, Talisman too. There's so many guys. Like there's so many good restaurants in Nairobi. Like it's insane. Like no matter what you want to eat, there's a restaurant for it.
270-degree rooftop.
Oh yeah, 270.
Sorry, there's
yeah.
just so many coming back to me
That's
right
so
now.
good. And this one is good because of location, because you get a beautiful view. And if you want a cool rooftop restaurant in Nairobi and you don't mind driving on the other side of town, well, depending on what side of town you're from, I guess, 15 Rooftop is amazing. And you go there for sunset because they have a beautiful view of the sunset over the Nairobi National Park, which is a solid 10 out of 10.
Yeah,
Otherwise, we have a full playlist for all the restaurants we've reviewed.
that is true.
There's
And we haven't been to a bad one. I do have to say that.
sushi, ramen, steak, Italian food, no matter what you want, there's at least 5 restaurants for you.
Yeah. Why isn't very, very quickly? Our channel name isn't Dave and Tracy because this chick in the beginning.
I didn't tell
didn't
that
want
story in a
to.
very long time. If you go back,
We'll make it quick.
yeah, if you go back to just go into all our videos and just put them in dates, so you can see like the oldest one first, and you'll see that at first all our my videos back then was like me talking, me doing some like fitness challenges and like random things like that. And Tracy did not want anything to do with our channel. And then eventually, like, we are both big Disney fans, and we decided for some obscure reason, I don't even know why we started that, but we started to do Disney park recipes.
I think
at
we
home.
got intrigued because we genuinely wanted to make
That's
them.
fair.
And maybe we were watching recipes at the time.
I
Who
don't
knows?
know.
We always had a
We were
love
watching
for like the Food Network.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. We were watching the Food Network a lot. Anyway, so then Tracy started to warm up a little bit to the idea, tiny
I was
bit.
still-
okay, but
well,
she
we
was
both were
very,
working. I
very
was working shift work,
shy
though.
and everything.
So it was hard
But
to
yeah,
schedule.
so the long story short, at first she didn't want to have anything to do with the channel, and then even when we moved here and everything, I mean, we didn't know where this was going.
Yeah.
And now 4 years, 5 years in, is just changing the
And
name
here's
just
the
sounds like a
thing.
big deal.
So we had this conversation probably like once a year, to be honest,
Yeah.
of changing the name. But the issue is to get the name the same across all platforms.
Yeah.
It's not just YouTube. It's not just Instagram. And this is where the struggle comes in. Or else I feel like we probably would have done it.
Yeah.
But the name's taken across
Yeah.
all platforms.
So anyway,
Um,
she's, I mean, like, you know, the name, it's not that she's not in the name of the channel, but she's in like every video. She's in
Oh, yeah,
every
yeah, yeah.
thumbnail.
No,
I
no,
mean,
no.
like, I still feel like it's still a couple channel, like
Yeah, yeah.
99% of the time.
yeah.
So yeah, it's our fault.
Thanks. Ever had a memorable bad experience while traveling?
Not really. Oh yeah. That one time in Cameroon,
Yeah.
that was just scary.
Yeah.
We
I
talked
know.
about it
Yeah,
before.
we've talked about it on the last.
So
one,
like
too.
when we went to Karibi in Cameroon, which is in like Western Africa, we had like a random Airbnb on the side of a beach that was like literally like inside a small village.
Yeah.
And like I don't know.
It was it was great.
well, it was really okay
It was great
at
until
best.
it wasn't.
Yeah, the building was fine if you don't mind bugs and humidity
But we
and
weren't
stuff.
going there
but
to cook.
I didn't care.
Like,
Like
we
we
were
were
gonna
going
go
there
out
for the
to the
adventure and
beach.
the
Yeah,
beach
yeah,
and
yeah.
everything. Totally fine, right? But at some point in the middle of the night, it's probably like 1:30 or 2 a.m. We hear like somebody like walking around like on the deck around the house, and like they're like they're like saying my name,
Yeah.
and then like that was really
Like loud
sketchy.
enough that it wasn't a scream, but it wasn't a whisper. Like it
Yeah.
woke both of us up, and it
Then they
happened
kept
about like
walking
4 or
around
5
the
times.
house for a bit, and then finally they left. But it was just very weird.
Yeah.
Anyway,
And I think we went back to sleep for an hour and then left very early.
Oh, we couldn't wait to leave. We're just waiting for the sun to rise,
Yeah,
and we were
because we
out
couldn't
of
see
there.
where we were really in the dark.
Yeah, but otherwise, I mean, that's pretty much it. I mean, like,
Yeah.
otherwise, like, our bad travel experience is just normally because of Kenya Airways, like right now. They canceled our flight when we came back from Seychelles if you just showed up, and they just delayed our flight from like almost 3 hours now, so.
Promise the world and then ghost. Okay, oh, that's cool. My wife and I just returned from a 16-day trip to Kenya.
Oh,
They
that's
wanted
cool.
to thank us because they planned almost all of their trip by watching our videos.
Oh, that's
You're
so
very
cool.
welcome, Leah. And I'm so happy that it went well, too. Like, we always want feedback on that, too. Like, if you're going to places that we have gone to,
Yeah.
if it doesn't match, like,
Yeah.
please let us know,
Tell
too,
us.
because that's something we
Because-
still have relationships with a lot of these properties.
And not just that, a lot of people are like sending us messages all the time, like asking for like where
Yeah.
they should go and everything. And if like a few people are telling us like, hey, you know, you've been to this camp, you said it was great, but trust me, it's not great anymore, then let us know, because
Please
we'll
let us
stop
know.
saying to
Yeah.
people like, hey, go to this camp, go to this place, go to this beach
But
resort
very
or whatever.
happy that you guys had a good
Yeah,
time.
we actually met two guys who were friends from Texas yesterday, and they were like, "Oh yeah, like we booked this lodge because
Yeah.
of you," and they're
Even
even
Uganda.
going to Uganda in a couple of days, and they had a lodge
property.
booked, a property booked to go gorilla trekking, but they changed it for the one we stayed at, which was the sanctuary retreat in
Yeah.
Burundi. So that's super cool to see that people are taking our recommendations.
What are some of the best movies? We haven't watched a good movie in a while.
Inside Out 2, but we haven't watched it yet.
But I
it's going to
already
be
know
the
it's
best.
gonna be great. Not a question.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. I can't wait to see that movie.
Right now we're watching Ted Lasso, which is like a really good, feel-good TV
Yes.
show.
I'll be honest, the first few times I tried
I
to watch
did
it,
not want
could
to
not.
watch it, but
No.
our neighbor told us about it for like 3 years,
Yeah.
and I finally gave up.
yeah.
It's good.
Which destination are we going to start with while tackling the world? At
Well,
this point, unsure.
Right now, if it works, Pakistan would be the first
Yeah.
country. Even if that doesn't plan out, I would still like to find another way to do Pakistan.
I agree.
I'm really interested in going there.
Yeah.
Not necessarily for like Islamabad and just like the big cities and everything. Like I want to see like the rural side,
Rural.
whatever she says, side of Pakistan with the mountains and the blue water. It just looks like such a stunning country. And if you ever travel to Pakistan, as a foreigner, like they love seeing people traveling in their country. Anyway, they just seem such like awesome people.
Agreed.
So I think that would be a good place to start. Yes.
KQ. That's who we're flying.
Hate them. I said it.
No, we like their staff on the plane.
I like the crew on the plane, but customer service and just management in general is awful. They still owe us money for like the canceled flight from the Seychelles. They're always late. You know, I've been praising KQ for like almost 4 years while I was here, but it was because of the crews. Because
every
every
time. And you will
the
still
crews
see
are
us rave
just so
about the crew.
nice and ready
Yeah.
to help, and like they're really, really cool. But like, man, is it poorly managed.
Yeah.
Give me my money, KQ.
Are we going to Glee anytime soon?
To where?
No. Glee, the hotel out back from.
Yeah, we tried. We
It's-
talked to them, but they were not ready, officially ready for us to go and film. They told us like third quarter,
Third or fourth, but we had already
third
had
quarter.
July.
But like we're kind of
booked.
like booked. So maybe if something happens, something gets canceled, I'd like to go. I would really love to.
Yeah.
But no, because like to be honest, like our priority was to do JW Marriott. Because I've been wanting to go there for 4 years. The entire time I was watching them build, I was like, one day
Yeah,
I'll
I
be
know.
in this building. And it was
I
great. I
know.
loved it.
Which beach hotel would you recommend Mombasa for all-inclusive stay? White Sands, Sarova.
Yeah.
That is our top.
White sand is the best, but if your budget doesn't allow white sand,
Flamingo's good.
Yeah, Pride and Flamingo
Yeah.
is very, very good, especially where it's like half the price. And their restaurant, their cave restaurant, so good, so cool.
Yeah. Somebody said we have good chemistry.
Oh.
Whoa.
Maybe it's time to turn up the camera.
Somebody is in Kigali at the moment.
We're coming.
Go to Soy Asian restaurant for dinner.
We don't have time. So
No, we might actually have time on the last day we
maybe.
drive back for lunch if we get back early enough.
Maybe. So like
Before
our
we fly
plan
out.
right now, we were supposed to land before supper, but now we are landing way after supper. We're going straight to our hotel. At 4 a.m. we gotta wake up because at 4:30 we are going to Volcanoes National Park to
You
go.
organized that one.
Yeah,
I don't
to go golden monkey trekking. I know a lot of people go there for like the gorillas, but we've done the gorillas
We
like
just did them
literally
in
3
Uganda,
weeks ago
yeah.
in Uganda, and it's super expensive to do that in Kigali. It's like 1,500 USD a person for the day.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we're gonna go to trek with the monkeys that day. The following day, we're doing a full day city/food tour in Kigali, which I'm very excited about. After that, we rented a car, which we're gonna drive from Kigali to Lake Kivu.
Yeah.
And we're staying in like a cute little hut.
Yeah. It's like a small eco lodge that we found on like a backpacker
The toilet
site.
is outside. That's gonna be great in the middle of the
But
night.
like has the best
Yeah.
reviews.
It's great. It was super affordable. The people there seems very nice.
Yeah.
And we're gonna try to go cook and eat with a family there in the village. Like that. I feel like that would be a cool, awesome experience. And we're trying. So there's like fishermen on the lake.
Yeah.
And apparently they're very famous because every evening at like 5 they go out for fishing
But
and
they, like, sing and
stuff. Anyway, apparently they're very famous
Yeah.
for that. So we're gonna go see those guys, and when I arrive at the hotel, I'm gonna try to see if I can actually go fish with them, because that would be epic. And then maybe the next day we're gonna hike a mountain. We don't know. All these things.
So
in
many
like 5
possibilities.
days.
So many
And
possibilities.
then we come back. Our goal is to make at least 3 videos, and 4 would be so cool.
Yeah. We'll see how we feel.
We'll see how it is.
Yes, a tiger safari. I would love to do that as well.
Like Sri Lanka.
Yeah. David, do you watch Guga Foods? YouTube? I don't know, Guga. This person's wondering if this is where you got your phrase 10 out of 10 highly recommend
No.
line.
I
No.
feel like 10 out of 10 highly recommend. I feel like a lot of people say that.
Just like a rhyming
Yeah.
thing. This is actually an interesting question. What stereotypes have been true and which have been false for countries?
For countries?
I'm trying to think right now, but I can't even.
African time is real.
Yes, that is true.
We are so, like, in Canada, like, we're so used to be on time.
If you are not on time, you're... No, how's it go? If you're not 15 minutes early,
You're late.
you're late.
This is how we were, like, born and raised.
So it's very hard. Like, even now, it's very hard for me
Yeah.
to adjust.
But like in Africa, times doesn't matter. So like if you say somebody like I'll be there for 5, and at 5 you get into the shower, that's expected.
Kills
So
me.
that's in terms of like
It's very hard for me.
culture difference. At first, that was very frustrating for us because we would be there always before being on time and
Yeah.
then wait there for like hours.
Yeah.
Right? So I would say that's definitely true. Do you have any?
I mean, people can come at me for this if they want, and I'm saying this as like partly a joke. So a lot of people think that like in Kenya and everything, like there's just animals everywhere, which no, it's really not. You're not
Oh,
driving
yeah.
down the road to see that. But I mean, there was a lion outside of Nairobi National. not too
in
long
Karen
ago.
like a few weeks ago, but yeah.
I think if any animals, it's more hyenas. If you get into villages,
yeah.
I think that's
Fair enough.
actually where you have to be
But
careful.
I think there's a lot of misconception about
Yeah.
Africa. Like a lot of people like in Europe and in the West just think that it's just savanna with giraffes everywhere. But like the first time you land in Nairobi and you see skyscraper, you're like, okay, no, it's a real city. Like
Yeah.
So I think like that was definitely like a false one. But African time, that's real.
Yeah. Somebody was just at Openge Farm because of us.
Oh, nice.
And we stayed there the day your video came out.
Oh,
Steph
no
was
way.
very excited. Oh, that's amazing.
That was a really nice property.
Yeah. That was very, very nice.
Hope you got some milk with the cow in the morning.
A lot of people are sad that we're leaving.
Like I said, we're leaving Kenya, but we're not stopping.
Ah.
We're not stopping making videos, so hopefully keep watching.
Somebody, am I enjoying the Crescent City series? So you reading it in your last video?
The what?
My book.
Oh.
So I'm actually still in it. It's one of the books that I really need to sit down and read. But the issue is I'm going on hour flight, so I get like 4 chapters and then I have to put it down.
This is like a dictionary.
So far, I am
don't
enjoying
understand.
it.
Like I can read, but I can't just sit down and like read a book. Like it doesn't. I read a page, and then I go to the next page, and I'm like, what was on the previous page? Like my brain is too fast. Like I can't focus on a book at all.
In short, yes, slower than Court of Akatar. However, it's going to be worth it. And I went into it knowing that, so I think that's why it's okay.
Fair enough.
Fair enough. He doesn't know
Fair
what
enough.
I'm talking
I
about.
have
It's
no
okay.
idea what you're talking about.
No. The guy just got back from Lake Kivu.
Oh.
If you have time to drive the Kivu Belt Road through the Forest National Park, highly recommend it. Such a stunning country.
Okay. Maybe we could
good to
do that
know.
on our way back.
That's what I'm wondering.
We'll check it. Can you screenshot it? We're actually gonna check it out. Oh, and also like anywhere in like if anyone is in Rwanda or knows about Rwanda, so we were supposed to have a car, but now we can't pick up the car. So I guess like our hotel says they have a shuttle, but I feel like it's not gonna be there. So like
We've tried to call them multiple times.
should we just take like a normal cab? I saw there's like Yego app. It's
Yego
like
cabs.
an Uber. Is that reliable? Anyone knows? Let me know.
Yeah.
How do we get to our hotel?
Yes, they did milk the cow.
Nice.
We should tour South Africa, Botswana, and Namibia. So we actually do have a South Africa and Namibia series. Definitely always open to going back to South Africa. Namibia too just requires planning.
Namibia is like one of our favorite trips of all time. It's such an impressive country.
And Botswana, we want to go.
Expensive.
It's just the price tag.
So expensive. They want you dinero.
But other than that, absolutely.
But it's gonna happen at some point, most likely.
Apparently the road from Kigali to Kabay is quite bad.
Okay.
But we ended up getting like a higher level.
At first, we were just gonna rent like the cheapest car, and then we're like, we don't know how the road is gonna be, so we rented like a Toyota RAV4. So at least if the roads are bad, it's gonna be fine-ish. I mean, it's not a Land Rover, but you know.
Oh no. Anza. Somebody said that their friend went to Anza.
Yeah.
And they said the food was really bad and it wasn't good. They thought they'd have a good time because of us.
Huh.
Would you recommend it, and is it worth going? When we went,
they were
good
brand
food.
new, and the food was really good, especially that fish thing. Like we had some sort of yeah, that was really good. I mean, they had a super cool girl that was like a mixologist making great drinks.
Yeah.
The ambiance was good. I mean, we didn't have a bad experience, but I mean, you know, for bad experiences in restaurant, I always give them 2 chances, because the first time you're like, you know, maybe it was a fluke, maybe the chef was sick that day, and the second in command in the kitchen had no idea what to do. But if it's bad 2 times in a row, then it's bad.
And it's one of those things too. If I go and I order the same meal twice, is it consistent? That's another way that you can tell with the restaurant. And unfortunately, we haven't been back to Anza because we haven't had time to go back. So in that aspect, I can't speak about it either.
Yeah, that's true.
But I'm so sorry about that. They're like, yep, African time normally frustrates Westerners.
Yeah.
Again, just cultural differences. So yes, we'll definitely want to go back to South Africa, like I said. We did do South Africa
It was a while ago.
2021.
Yeah, 2021. 3 years ago.
It was. Then we went back to Joburg as a layover.
Yeah. That was a fun day.
We'll definitely go back into South Africa for sure.
Yeah.
heading. Connie's heading to Kenya in October.
Nice.
And cannot wait. Love South Africa and really want to check out Namibia. So Namibia, if it's your type of thing,
Yeah, it's an adventure country.
do the trucks,
You
the 4x4
have
trucks.
to do the trucks.
And if you have friends, do too, just to keep stress off, to be
Yeah.
honest. Like, that's, you can definitely do it by yourself. We've talked to so many
Yeah.
people who have. It's just, we ended up doing. And actually, there's like a list of campsites and everything if you watch our series.
Oh yeah, Tracy
I
actually
had
made
like
an
a short
itinerary.
itinerary.
Yeah.
I would recommend more than 10 days, but we only basically went down to 7 days by the time we
The
flew in
travel and
stuff.
everything. But if you can do the overlanding, yes, Namibia is
Yeah.
a great country and everything, but like an overlanding trip in Namibia, there's nothing like it.
Yeah,
It's really, really cool.
that was,
So good.
fantastic.
Tracy would go back in a heartbeat.
100%.
She loves living in a tent.
I do. Limo, you caught us at a good time. Must have just joined. Have you been to Rwanda? We should be there tonight.
We are on our way there right now. And if you are
If
from
all goes
Rwanda,
well.
can you answer my taxi question? Should we take a normal cab?
Yeah.
Should we take
Yego cab.
Or how does this work?
Do we
We
have
just
to
need
use
to
a
go
rideshare?
15 minutes away to our hotel.
Yeah.
We had a car, but because our flight is late, we can't pick up our car today. So now we just gotta make it to our hotel.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Someone said they wish to meet us in Eldoret.
In Eldoret?
Yeah.
I love Eldoret.
Eldoret was very
There's
good.
there's a few. I always say like, as much as I love Kenya, I'm not a big fan of Nairobi. Too many people, too much car, too much pollution and everything. Eldoret, I feel like is a place where I could stay. It's so nice. People are chill. There's not too much traffic. It's so green and lush, and I love
It was
Eldoret.
very nice.
It's very nice.
We had a good experience
Kisumu,
before we
too.
stayed and stuff too.
Yeah.
Like, just very good.
Yeah, big fan of Eldoret.
But
Oh,
good.
they have the best nyamachoma.
Yes,
There you go.
That's true.
Eldoret is a good place to live.
that was good. Yeah.
You have story to tell. Once upon
Do
a
I
time.
have a story to tell? Don't think so.
Oh, this is boring.
I know. My brain is also just coping.
Yeah. What's our plan when we arrive in Canada in 2 weeks?
What
are you looking for?
I have to send some emails yet, but my very first thing that I'm so excited to do is that first weekend. It's actually, it's like, how would I describe Natal Day? Is it Halifax's day?
Nova Scotia Day. It's a provincial holiday. I think.
Yeah, so anyways, it's a holiday that weekend, and so it's a long weekend. We arrive on like a Friday night if all goes well. And I'm just excited to have a typical summer weekend with my family.
We haven't been to Canada during summer for 4 years.
Yeah, and
Like-
that's when Canada is the best.
Really, yeah.
Like, yeah,
Last summer in Canada was 2019.
yeah.
Crazy.
So I envision us going out on the boat
yeah.
and just having all the family together.
Halifax waterfront.
It's Busker Festival too.
The bars
Have I
and
ever taken you to
restaurants and
Busker?
everything.
Busker.
Yeah, kind of, a little bit, but it was kind of finished. But
It can get pretty crowded down there.
Yeah.
Busker weekend too.
we'll go check it out.
But that's
Yeah.
what I'm excited for. Honestly,
Some
it's just
family
to
time,
chill.
some hot Canada. Hot Canada
Yeah.
is much better
Have
than
a
cold Canada, I can
barbecue.
tell you that. Yeah, barbecue. It's
And
barbecue
actually,
season.
if you guys are tempted to make a video of that first weekend just to show like more of our
This is not a
community
good
that follows.
representation because people that come to our live, they're like our real diehard subscribers.
That's true. So this video is something that you guys would probably be interested in.
Yeah.
It's just like showing what our life was like before we left, like with all of our family and everything like that. It's just
Yeah.
a home warming
Yeah.
video. But other than that, we might end up in PEI for a weekend, might end up in Cape Breton for a weekend.
Those are places in Canada, just in case you don't know. PEI is Prince Edward Island. It's like its own province. It's a very beautiful island known for making potatoes.
And it's red sand beach that stains everything.
It's a very cute place.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Yeah.
What was the other place? Is it?
Cape Breton.
Cape Breton.
If we do the Cabot Trail at the end,
Cabot Trail,
potentially.
which is, it's almost
more a
like
fall thing, but-
worldwide known.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Cabot Trail.
I think
It's
so.
one of the best thing to do in Canada, I would say. We've never done it. Have you? I've never done
I've done it as a child with
Okay,
my parents.
So you don't
yeah.
really remember. So we'll do that.
Best city to live in Canada?
Best city to live in Canada?
Halifax.
I would say Halifax too, but like I mean,
Yeah.
I haven't seen Canada much. I've seen like in terms of big city, I've seen Montreal, Toronto, Ottawa, Halifax, Edmonton.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. Yeah.
Think so.
Like Canada's massive country, and it costs a fortune to travel within Canada. So most Canadians haven't been many places in Canada. I can tell you that.
No, that is true.
Yeah, but for us, definitely Halifax. Great people. Cost of living is not too expensive, and well,
Yeah.
when we left, it's much different now.
My book is Crescent City. That's what my book is.
Again?
I said, no, I'm recovering.
Okay. You can't talk without your microphone.
I'm not going to blow it.
Oh. You gonna do that on camera? Did you guys see that? Tracy was picking her nose. Gross.
Go pick your nose. Yes, we have been to Sagana County. We actually did.
The river. White
Yeah.
River rafting.
Was that on Tana River though? I don't think it was Sagana, or was it Sagana?
Was it Sagana?
Can't remember.
We've been.
But yes.
It's been a bit.
Yeah. So no Uber in Rwanda. So what do you guys? I know you probably use like the motos, but from the airport,
there's
really
an
do that
app
'cause
that's
of
called
luggage.
Yego, I think. YEGO seems to be the thing.
Yeah. Do we watch MasterChef Canada? We used to on the Food Network when we were back in Canada.
Yeah,
That
we haven't.
and,
We don't watch
Chopped.
TV really anymore.
We
But
don't
yeah,
have TV.
we don't even have TV yet.
No.
But yeah, we just
And
watch
to
YouTube.
be honest, we canceled it before we even left.
Yeah,
We're mainly like streaming platforms.
YouTube more than anything.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no TV, but we did back in the day. Back in the day.
Which East African country has the best nature? So let's finish traveling East Africa first.
Yeah, it's hard to say because, like, to be honest, we're just biased because we've seen all of Kenya and a little bit of every other
Yeah.
country. So, like, I could say Kenya, but like, the reality is like, to be honest, it's probably Tanzania because they have way more.
Uganda's still East Africa.
Yeah, but it's this big.
I know, but that road trip we did.
Yeah, that's true. Uganda was beautiful. And I mean, if you like banana trees,
instead
oh
of
boy,
going on
do
the
they have
main
banana
road, we
trees.
went through like a dirt road for like our last 4 hours of the drive. If they ever present that like longer but quicker option,
do
do
not
it.
do that. Oh, sorry. Okay,
sorry, through like the banana trees and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah, instead of flying there.
That was amazing. Any plans for Victoria Falls?
We don't
We
have
tried
plans,
to.
but it's definitely on the list.
Yeah, and we wanted to before we left, but again, the flights straight
So
to Victoria
expensive.
Falls, and we didn't have enough time to go into another
Fun
like, city and
fact.
through.
Flying out of Nairobi is one of the most
Yes.
expensive places in the world to fly out of.
It was cheaper for us to fly from. That was to Rwanda the last time we tried to go. From South Africa to Kigali
Yeah,
than it
it
was
was-
to go Nairobi Kigali.
Yeah.
Because
Which is an
flights
hour
randomly
flight
jumped.
compared like almost 5 hours.
Yeah, that was insane.
Yeah. So flying out of Nairobi is extremely expensive. It's probably because Kenya Airways is a great airline.
Yeah.
I'm just mad now. What? Hello, mother-in-law.
My mother-in-law.
Yeah, that's true.
Your stepmom. If they were to go to a place in Canada, where should they go and what's your favorite hotel? If you're just... See, I haven't been everywhere, though. Because reputation, I don't know if it lives up, but the Canadian Rockies...
Yeah, but we haven't been there. Like, and that's goes back to what I was saying earlier.
Yeah.
Like, traveling within Canada is extremely expensive. It's cheaper for us to fly from Canada, from the east coast of Canada to Europe, than it is to fly from coast to coast in Canada. So because of that, us, just like most Canadians, always travel outside of the country instead of staying within Canada. So like, I mean, right now, if you ask me, like, if you come from outside of North America and you want to see Canada, go there in the winter, go to Quebec City, stay at Chateau Frontenac. I think like this is like a very good first Canadian experience.
We also I feel like it's just kind of special to us too. Like
Sure, we
Quebec
started
City
to
and-
date there actually, but I just think that this is a good representation of a Canadian trip, and I think that if you don't know anything about North America, you haven't, especially if you haven't experienced winter. Don't get me wrong, I hate winter, but if I was from, I don't know, deserty country, I would love to see snow for the first time. And I think that if you go to Quebec City, in the old Quebec City especially during winter, you're gonna have quite a shock in a good way, like a good experience.
No, we haven't watched the newest Kara and Nate video.
Oh, the invisible thing? We haven't
Must be.
watched it.
No.
We will.
Sorry, I lost it. Someone says Dave looks so tired.
Yeah. We're tired.
We got tired. But we thought we'd spend some time with you because
Yeah,
we
yeah.
got to be here anyway. So
Yeah, exactly.
why not
Might as
share
well
it
hang out with
you?
the people.
Have we been to West Africa? West Africa is Cameroon.
Cameroon,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, so we
That's
did
pretty much it.
Cameroon. That's all we've gone to. Yeah.
One day we'll go to Nigeria, I guess. There's a lot of countries, like there's so many countries that I want to visit, but like Central and Western Africa is a bit more tricky, like security-wise. So it's not that we're not gonna go. It
No,
just takes
yeah.
more planning. You need to find good contacts on the ground and a fixer, basically, the visas, and like in some countries you literally need permit to move from city to city as a foreigner, as a tourist. So it just becomes logistically much more complicated.
Not a place that you can just show up and
yeah, exactly. You can't
go.
just decide tomorrow that you're gonna go to one of those countries and just show up and see what happens.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I would say completely different. Are there similarities between Canada and Kenya?
Similarities. I mean, there's good people everywhere. People are people. We
Yeah.
all bleed red and
Yeah. Madagascar. We actually almost went to Madagascar instead of Seychelles.
yeah. But that's another place where once we hit the ground there, I need time. There's so many things that you can do, so many
Yeah.
places. The reality is in Madagascar, roads are awful apparently, so everything takes so much time to reach.
Yeah.
So you need extra time. So like, and again, that's another place where like flights to get there are so expensive that if I spend that money for Tracy and I to go there, we need to like stay on the ground to make it worth it, basically. So I'm sure we'll go. It's one of the places in the world that I really want to visit because it's so unique. Like, they have trees and animals that like are nowhere else in the world. So it's super cool, but just find the time.
Very quickly, someone says, "Are we millionaires? How do you manage to travel in 5-star hotels without working?"
No.
We
this
do
is-
work, and a lot of things are actually working with the hotels. So there's deals that way.
This is what people don't always see, right? It looks like we're spending all that money to stay in those
And that means we're
5-star
doing our
hotel
job
and everything.
well
Yeah,
because
exactly.
that is the goal.
But a lot of the time, like even though like we're not getting paid for reviews, we don't pay for review either, right?
Yeah.
So basically, when we work with hotels, camps, or whatever, we're like, listen, like we'll come, we'll make a video about you, but we don't guarantee it's going to be positive. First of all, where like if they were paying us, well, now we would pretty much have to say that everything is fantastic all the time. But yeah, so like a lot of our travel are very low cost, and then hopefully we have like sponsors. Like every time we're like, oh, this video is sponsored by whatever, Surfshark or whatever, right? These companies are paying us. So this is how we make money, and then obviously like the more you guys watch our YouTube videos, then the more we make money from Google AdSense, which is like YouTube ad money. But basically like the bit. Our goal right now, because like even though we've been doing this for 4 years, we're still very early in the YouTube career thing. So our goal is not really to make a lot of money. It's basically to break even. If we can make videos and travel and just not lose money, it's a good place to be right now. And then as we grow and get like, a bigger audience from all around the world and everything, then we can talk about, we can start thinking about like, having little businesses or others way to make money from different services or product that we make or anything like that. But like as of right now, it's pretty much zero business.
How do you stay checked with your health while traveling abroad, especially with food and environmental changes?
Tracy doesn't.
So I will say some people just have a better immune system. This guy. And some people do not. Me. So
She's getting much better.
Yeah, so that is one. Exposure. Your immune system starts to get used to everything. If I am tired and stressed, the first thing that happens to me is I get sick.
Yeah.
And for eating food and stuff, there are a couple general rules of thumb. You'll notice he'll eat a lot more than what I do because I still want to participate, but again, I never know the way my stomach's going to react. So like, I eat it, but not as much probably. I was going somewhere with that, and then
You lost your train of thought?
I did. Oh, the Thailand food stalls.
Yeah.
Talk about that.
What am I supposed to do?
Basically, like, you can tell
yeah.
if a place is good or not. Like, obviously
Street
with
food
meat
wise.
and stuff, like, is sometimes hard to tell. But if the stall itself is relatively clean, like, you can tell if they're being conscious around the stall. If something's being fried, make sure the oil is not black. Like, the clearer the oil, the cleaner it is.
And if it's busy.
Yes. If
That
it's
means
busy,
there's a
a high
good turnaround
turnover of food,
food.
meaning things haven't really sat to collect bacteria, basically. And we've used that a lot, actually, since Thailand, since
so
we
far,
learned those
so
tricks.
good.
And it has
Even like a lot of
been
people
better.
like comes back with like our trip to India, like there's no way you didn't get sick in India, but we didn't. Like that's the reality of
genuinely,
it.
and I am shocked,
Yeah.
to be honest, because
every
again,
time we do like street food videos, like there was a lot of comment for like a street food video in Uganda as well. Like, did you guys like have any like tummy problems? And I was like, no, we really didn't. But
no, I didn't in Uganda.
Yeah.
But part of that was I was recovering from one.
But
going
again,
there,
the other thing is like we do this a lot. We eat food, street food in many countries often, and because of that, like our gut bacteria is like evolving, right? So like I feel like we have a much bigger immunity to a lot of things right now than if you go back 5 years.
To be fair, what would usually get me down and out is not street food, but fruit.
Yeah.
Anything
Or
of like the
milk.
water contamination or milk. So like that's where I watch more. Whereas if it's cooked, chances are I'm gonna be fine. It's just raw stuff for me can hit me different.
Yeah. But don't make it stop you because like street food experience in most countries is just it's part of the culture. You gotta live it.
Yeah.
Like just be careful. Go
And
out with a local,
start with
maybe
little,
to,
and then like slowly work
and
yourself up.
Make sure that there's somebody with you that knows what's up
Yeah.
and what you should eat and not and everything. But like just experiencing the street food is like very important in so many countries, so many culture.
Agreed.
Agreed.
Somebody was saying move for Rwanda, but they
Oh.
said be prepared for slowness.
Oh. But like, should we just grab a cab at the airport? That's my question.
Are there cabs
like,
at the airport?
Is there a
Or
cab
is
at
it
the airport?
only the app?
Is it super expensive? Like, I mean,
Yeah, I
Rwanda,
know.
like, I'm not really scared of scam or anything. Like, it's very safe. But I just want to know, like, am I going to pay 5 times the price than if I get a Yego or a Move or...
Maybe we should check too to see if like our car rental place is actually open. If it is, I'll just revert
That would
the
be
book.
great.
No, sorry, I mean check physically when we're there.
Oh.
Online says it's closed.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's not always accurate. What's the one thing that made you fall in love with Kenya? Nature.
Well, yeah, I was going to say wildlife.
Yeah.
Wildlife.
We're big,
and,
like...
And if you like traveling in general and you're not from Kenya, Kenyans are very good at hospitality. Very, very good.
Yeah. Is it true that French Canadians speak different from French the French people speak?
Yeah, totally different.
Very different.
We understand each other.
No.
Yeah.
I would say more you understand them. Sometimes they'll clarify with you.
I understand them 100%.
Yeah.
They understand me 100% if I use my best French. But if I speak like a little bit slangy, like we would in Quebec,
I was just going to say.
then some part of sentences sometimes get lost.
Fair.
Right?
Hi,
No?
Christopher. Yes.
Okay.
It is going okay. We were stuck in an airport. So
Our flight got delayed almost 3 hours.
yeah.
So we decided to hang out with the people.
I'm sure we will still have a good time in Rwanda, even though
It's just like
We will be
we're
good.
supposed to arrive before supper and be settled and go to bed early and stuff because tomorrow we gotta wake up at 4 a.m. to like go on the
we always
trekking,
jam pack everything
the
way
monkeys.
too much
but,
more than what we should.
yeah.
But that's okay.
It's part of the adventure.
Play rock, paper, scissors. Whoever loses gets to sing Let It Go from Frozen.
I'm ready.
You're going to sing anyway.
No, you
I
might
don't
have
need to
sing.
get him to win.
You might have to sing. She's trying to move on, but just play.
Then you're going to sing for me anyway.
I'm trying. I won.
Which means you sing.
No.
No, whoever wins.
Oh,
sings.
really? Okay.
Yeah.
The snow glows
You asked
wild
for it,
on the
Victor.
mountain
You asked
tonight.
for it.
Not a footprint to be seen. A kingdom of isolation.
No, you want to hear this?
And it looks like I'm the queen.
Christopher is rooting for us. He says everyone tuned in should become a channel member. It's cheap as chips, literally.
That's true.
And you get exclusive content plus early releases. Thank you for doing that for us, Christopher.
Thank you, Christopher. Wow, this guy is paying to tell you guys how good the membership is.
No, I'm also really happy to hear that feedback though, because we really only solidified like the way we run the channel within like the last 2-3 months.
Yeah.
So to hear that feedback is good.
Especially because we don't want to take away from anyone who's not paying, right? We want you guys to get the same stuff.
Yeah.
But if you want to support, then you just get more.
Yeah,
Right?
exactly.
So anyway, if you want to become a channel member, well, pin linked down there. It's also in the description. It's probably just under this video that you can click join. Super
Totally.
cheap, super nice, supports us. It's a win-win.
Somebody goes, Victor, why? Why, Victor?
Victor? Where was I? Let it go.
Yeah, no.
Let it go.
Okay, I still have about 10 more minutes. Then
Yeah,
we
sure.
need to organize.
Think about supper and figure out our life in Kigali.
Our second meal at the lounge here.
Oh,
In
yeah.
case you guys don't know. No, we're not.
What?
I was like, we're at Plaza Premium Lounge.
Yeah, at JKIA because our flight got delayed. We came here for lunch, but apparently we're staying
staying
for
for
supper.
I knew you were going to do that. We may have gone a little crazy sitting in these
Yeah.
seats. For
You're
the
not
last
supposed to stay in
little
this lounge more than 3 hours. We're going to be at 9 hours.
I'm just hoping they're taking pity on us and we're just like, okay.
We're
you're
hidden in
still
the corner.
here.
Nobody sees us. Just when we go back for our supper plate, they'll be
I'm
like,
not gonna
weren't
lie.
you here for lunch?
So like they have a shower here and I'm like, should I just shower here?
That's true. You could shower here.
I'm contemplating it.
Jeez, is this a sponsorship for Plaza Premium?
Yeah,
or-
all right. We do love a good lounge. You
yeah,
know
we
that.
do love a good lounge. That's true.
Remember that you guys mentioned July would likely be your last month here. Is that still the case?
Yeah.
It is actually.
We're flying out most likely on August 1st or July 31st or something like that. So
Yes.
we should complete our month of July and then,
So we had like 2.5 weeks. I say 2.5, but I guess it's really.
well, we're spending almost one of that
Oh
week
no,
in
yeah,
Rwanda.
15 days. Yeah. Oh wow, that went
Yeah.
by very fast.
Yeah.
Yes, we have 2 weeks left here. This month I knew it was gonna fly by.
Oh yeah, especially with this trip now.
We need to book our flights.
Yeah, that's true.
Yep.
Not with KQ.
But no,
'cause they're
don't
gonna be
worry. It
late.
is a hard stop. We are out. At
Yeah,
the end
yeah.
of July.
Yeah, it is. But the videos won't stop. 2 a week, Wednesdays and
So,
Saturdays,
and
still
also-
coming up.
Kenyan content will actually go to the end of August.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So even though we
'Cause
haven't been in Kenya for a
we're
month,
filming
at the
everything
end,
about 3 to 4 weeks in advance.
We're
so
trying
like
to
even
create
when
that
we
bank.
leave, there's still gonna be
Yeah.
like 8, 10 videos left. so.
because we have a lot to do when we hit Canada, and we also want to spend some time with some family.
We haven't taken a real break in 4 years.
Yeah, and we're
So-
still trying to structure that so that eventually at like holiday times we can take actually 2 weeks off.
Yeah.
And
But-
not have it miss a video for
Yeah,
you guys.
but this
basically.
break will not reflect on the YouTube channel.
No, you won't see it. So we're just learning restructuring business and everything like that.
We got this. Hopefully. As long as you guys keep watching, we got this.
What's
Don't
for
go anywhere.
supper? There's
Meatballs.
very good Moroccan meatballs
Yeah,
up
they have
there.
Moroccan meatballs. Is delicious. So good. And the cheesecake. Tracy already had 2 pieces, so she probably won't have another one for... No. Tracy, you had 2 pieces already.
I won't have another. But it is very good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Follow us on Instagram. If she takes another one, I'll shame her on Instagram.
And I will be smiling right away with it.
Probably.
Who are we supporting for the Euros? Is that soccer?
Probably. We don't
We
do
don't
sports.
follow sport. We don't do sports. No,
I
we don't do
support
sports.
sport. Goal sport. I know Canada's soccer team went like went pretty high in something. Is that the euros? I don't know.
Thank you so much, Christopher. End of an era. It is end of an era. He said
Yeah.
we've done a lot to promote here.
Yeah.
And we have. And that's kind of how we feel. Like
100%.
we're very, I would say bittersweet because we have done a lot in the country. But we also feel like we just need a little bit of change and we feel like we've accomplished some things that we wanted to do here in Kenya.
100%.
So,
But if one day the Kenyan Tourism Board call, we'll pick up.
I love that they pick up on this stuff. Because I love that they can express their inner children better than most. And I adore it. It's why I watch them.
Inner children. I don't even have an outer adult.
This is true. He wakes up like this.
Oh boy. I love Mickey Mouse.
I know you do. Canada finished 4th.
Oh, is that out of how
I
many?
mean-
Is that good?
I'm going to say that's good because
Top 4?
Canada is not known for soccer.
Well, I mean, top 4 is not even a podium.
But it's top 5.
And also, like, I mean, I saw a photo of the Canadian team,
Yeah.
and like they're all from Africa and Europe.
Really?
All the players. Yeah. Canadians are really not known for
No.
for soccer,
No, that is
so we
very
got to
true.
recruit people from all around the world.
Yeah. Yeah. So we won't be getting rid of our host items because it came furnished. That was part of the rental thing.
Yeah.
So we actually
We
don't
actually
have
sold
big
most of our
things that
furniture
were-
before moving from Halifax in Canada.
Yeah.
So
So
we
it's
don't-
really just suitcases.
suitcases, some personal items,
That's it.
clothes, plates,
Yeah.
little things.
Yeah.
It's not a big move. And my squat rack.
Yes, it is the Nairobi Airport Lounge. That is us. Fadili? I'm trying to pronounce. How would you pronounce that? His last name.
Fadili, yeah. I would
How
say.
did we do?
How did we do? Out of 10. Be honest. It's gonna be like 2. What did he say?
Oh, somebody said I thought the African players were Canadian. They're Canadian.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
But like genetics wise is
Yeah,
very
yeah.
different. And
We-
I mean that in like sports
Cana-
sense. Like,
Canadians
are not
don't have the soccer genetics at all.
No.
Zero.
no.
Zero.
They've got the hockey ones,
Yeah.
but not
Yeah.
yeah, no.
No. Also, we're terrible at dancing. African got the groove though.
Even Europeans, Africans take it like top.
They got the
100%.
moves.
100%. I'm so jealous. So
I guess we're good at hockey, and by we I don't mean me.
no, me either. Not at all. Okay,
You want to go eat meatballs?
maybe.
Okay. Okay, so we gotta set up our life for the next few hours and see our arrival. Think about our arrival in Kigali and then hotel, and then figure out how long we're gonna sleep and where you're gonna take a shower. Here in Kigali at the lounge, we don't know. Oh my God, so much
Unsure.
suspense.
Unsure. And let's hope we actually leave at 8 o'clock now, like
Oh
we're
my
supposed
God, I really hope.
to. I don't
so.
have faith,
Me neither.
but that's okay.
Also, like this, there's a KQ plane that's been there for hours. Why can't we just take this one? It's not how it works.
Well, no, because we're on a 3-3
Yeah.
instead of a 2-2. That looks like a 2-2.
Ah.
No, that looks like a 3-3.
I don't know.
Who knows?
Okay,
Well,
guys.
thanks for tuning in and
Thanks for
making your
tuning in.
afternoon go a little faster.
That was a great way to spend how long? Over an hour and a half.
There you go.
Thanks for tuning in. Eat more
Yeah.
sour strip.
I never
Ever
forward.
forward. If you know, you know.
David needs to learn how to make chapati before we go. Maybe we'll go back
To
to,
be honest, like
Halifax and then we'll
it
try.
always goes back to the same thing. I'm better at eating chapatis than making chapatis, and I'm totally fine with that.
Yeah,
I had a lot of chapatis over the weekend.
you did eat a lot of chapati, but it was worth it.
Okay, guys. Oh yeah. And until next time, see you guys.
In the next one.
I don't know how to exit this thing. Is it there? How do you? Huh? Oh, is it the X? Let me see
Bye.
what happened. Bye.